Hi friends and enemies alike, this is Elizabeth here, and I'm giving you a bonus episode. In this episode I'm going a bit off track from the family, and I'd like to concentrate on the Fiona Burns and John Lee case. Those of you who don't know, John Lee and Fiona Burns were street kids that were after my time on the street, and they were street kids, and Fiona Burns would transiate between Melbourne, which was her hometown, and Adelaide, and John Lee was Adelaide, I think, born and bred. Now, when Fiona Burns and John Lee, before they went missing, Fiona went and disclosed to one of her social workers that she was scared for her life, and that she had become involved with devil worshippers, a Satanist coven, and she had seen things that made her sick to her stomach and were basically repugnant. And she said she had to leave Adelaide. And she took John Lee with her, and her and John Lee were found just on the other side of the border of South Australia and Victoria in a place called Conniva, which is sort of like a border town between South Australia and Victoria. I believe they were probably followed. I believe that whoever did that knew that she'd gone and told her social workers what she'd seen, and she'd been followed, and they'd been killed. My personal opinion. Now, I can't say in my dealings with the system I've heard too much about this, but what I have heard, back in 1987, 88, I was living with my foster sister, who was several years older than me. I would have been about 14. She was about 16, 17. I'll call her TP to protect her privacy. We were on a camping trip for the summer holidays. We were in Deep Creek National Park, and the camping ground was sort of like perched on top of a hill or cliff, and it's late at night, and we were telling each other spooky stories to try and creep each other out, just do what kids do, and I asked her if she had seen any witchcraft stuff or been involved in any covens and that, and automatically she froze. And she said, some of the stuff I've seen, I can't even talk to you about it. It's that disgusting. And I'm there. Okay. But it piqued my interest. Little did I know at the time that she was pregnant. She went away halfway through the camping trip, had an abortion, came back to join us in the camping trip, and that was basically the end of that. Forward about 5-6 years later, I'm living in Strathalbyn, which is a dirty, disgusting, foul dive of a country town, just outside of Mount Barker. And it didn't take me very long to notice that there was shit going on that I didn't want to know about and that I didn't need to know about. But suffice to say that there were rumours. And one of the pastors of the church I went to confessed to me that there was a coven in Strathalbyn. I found out later there were two of them. A inner circle and an outer circle. A inner circle of the coven, it sort of works like the family. The inner circle is the one that does the dirty deeds, the rituals, the human sacrifice, the killing of animals and that. And you've got the outer circle, which were the ones that were the apprentices, the baby bearers, and stuff of that nature. I had no doubt that this was the case because I would see certain things when I would be exploring the graveyard. Like, for instance, I saw a skinned bird on a gravestone in the Strathalbyn Cemetery, and I never went there again. And also, people have a habit of committing suicide in Strathalbyn. Now, I know that the place is drug-riddled. I know that the place has a particularly bad aura. Even the Aboriginals wouldn't camp there. Malang, which is just outside of Strathalbyn, is actually an Aboriginal word. Means bad luck or bad area. The Aboriginals wouldn't even camp there. And That's what I basically saw. I never met anyone who was in these covens. I never met anyone who was involved in witchcraft in Strathalbyn. But I was told that it was definitely there. And I had no doubt that there was. I mean, the place had a dirty, grubby feel to it. And it was nothing but depressing living there. My pastor also told me that he helped a girl escape a coven in Mount Gambier. She was a baby bearer and she had delivered no fewer than 8 babies to the coven. Now, I'm only going by his word for it, but that is what he told me, and I had no doubt that what he told me was the truth. I trusted this guy. But I don't believe that witchcraft had anything to do with the family murders. I want to put that out there straight away. I don't believe that sorcery or witchcraft had anything to do with the Beaumonts. I want to put that out there straight away. Do I believe that sorcery and witchcraft led to Fiona Burns and John Lee's demise? Most certainly. They were hitchhiking from Adelaide to Melbourne. And they were found with marks on them. On the other side of the border in Caniva. That's pretty straightforward to me. That they were punished and they were killed because they went and told, or Fiona went and told her social worker what she'd seen and what was going on. Now in the mid-north, there is definitely something going on there. Now, I seem to remember, this was years and years ago, a young lad by the name of Peter who was found stabbed and with marks on him in a known house used for witchcraft on the Gladstone to Crystal Brook Road. And yeah, I know of human trafficking up in the mid-north. I know of sexual abuse rings up in the mid-north. The mid-north has got a hell of a lot going on. But I'll have to leave that for another bonus episode. But that is my take on the Fiona Burns and John Lee murders. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.